Good morning. Good morning. If we have anyone else still in the hall, please come inside. And to our beloved graduates, please take a seat. Welcome everyone. My name is Tamra Vito and I get the privilege to serve as SPIA's Assistant Dean for Diversity and Inclusion and Student Affairs. And welcome to the class of 2026. We are so grateful that you decided to spend a federal holiday in the U.S. with us this morning. And to start today's Master's Hooding and Awards, I would like to welcome our Dean, Amani Jamal.
Here we go. Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to join you in honoring the graduating class of 2026. On behalf of the entire Princeton School of Public and International Affairs community, we're pleased to welcome all of you today to today's celebration, and especially our 90 students poised to graduate tomorrow with master's degrees. I'm also happy to share that there is no truth to the rumor that budget cuts would require you to print your own diplomas. To begin, I'd like to ask the parents, families, members, friends, and mentors to rise if able so we could applaud you for the role you've played in getting these students here today. Many of you are family members who uprooted your own lives to come to Princeton so that your loved ones could pursue their goals. Graduate degree programs at Princeton, and particularly at our school, are exceptionally rigorous, and these students would not have made it today without your love and support. Thank you. Public service is a calling which has meant so much to so many. It embodies our sense of shared values and reflects our drive to serve a cause beyond our own. These words are from former President Barack Obama. He spoke them 11 years ago, and they are more relevant today than they have ever been. In some quarters, some influential quarters, public service has come to be seen as a negative, as something not worth pursuing. But you class of 2026, know otherwise. In coming to Princeton SPIA to study public affairs and public policy, you rejected the cynicism and nihilism of naysayers. Instead, you chose commitment, leadership, and resilience, traits that will serve you well in your next endeavors as policymakers and public servants. Perhaps most importantly, you chose hope, believing that the world you are about to enter is well worth saving. And saving, you will do that, of course. In doing so, you have made the courageous decision to pursue public interest over self-interest. And so, class of 2026, my sincerest congratulations. You epitomize the values we champion, a cohesive community of insightful, policy-oriented students and esteemed scholars, strengthened by a dedication to diversity and inclusivity for all. Hailing from across the country and around the globe, your presence has enriched us immeasurably, bringing a wealth of diverse backgrounds, experiences, and perspectives to our school. Your deeply felt commitment to the public good is truly laudable. Princeton SPIA convenes the brightest minds for the greatest good. Our faculty, our alumni, and yes, our students all stand as pillars of service, asking the hard questions, seeking the right answers. That work does not stop with your graduation. In fact, it's just getting started. I know you're up to the task. You have been taught to analyze critically and to find common ground. During this time of international conflict and with our own country so deeply divided, it is profoundly important for us to engage with empathy and compassion, even with, especially with, those with whom we do not agree. The responsibility you bear as Princeton SPIA graduates compels this. MPA class of 2026, you are 70 strong, with 3 of you earning joint degrees, 5 of you having participated in Princeton Scholars in the Nation's Service Initiative, and 19 of you earning certificates in health and health policy, science, technology, and environmental policy, and urban policy. Last fall, you participated in your policy workshops, giving you an opportunity to use the analytical skills you acquired as MPA 1s to analyze complex and challenging policy issues. Topics range from strengthening democratic guardrails in the United States to the US-Egypt relations to evaluating international cybersecurity policy, cyberspace policy. During your 2 years with us, several of you assisted in publishing the 36th and 37th editions of the Journal of Public and International Affairs. You completed summer internships with organizations including the World Bank, the Japan Economic Foundation, AARP, the American Civil Liberties Union, the Green Climate Fund, New America, the U.S. Department of State, and the United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime, among many other high-level institutions. The service auction you ran, in December raised more than $25,000 for Homefront, whose mission is to end homelessness in central New Jersey. My deepest thanks, Princeton SPIA MPA graduates of the class of 2026, for all that you have given to the school, to our community, and to me personally. Our 20 Master in Public Policy students came to us from all over the world, with highly impressive public service backgrounds, seeking time to reflect deeply, engage in creative and innovative thinking, and focus on specific policy issues. You came to SPIA from as far away as Argentina, Australia, Greece, Nigeria, India, Israel, Kazakhstan, Liberia, Mali, and Thailand. You brought with you expertise and backgrounds in law, diplomacy, the armed forces, labor, policy, trade, and so much more. Your Friday afternoon MPP policy forums provided valuable learning opportunities not only for your classmates, but for all members of the Princeton SPIA community. Your deeply relevant topics included intelligence in the war on terror, crisis diplomacy, ethical dilemmas in journalism, and so much more. All 20 of you already were accomplished leaders before coming to us. I hope your time at SPIA has reinvigorated you, helped refine and focus your skills, and expanded your networks. To that end, you are joining an incredibly supportive group of Princeton MPP alumni, and you will lean on them in the months and years to come. We cannot wait to see what you go on to accomplish. To graduates of both programs, your time here has undoubtedly been challenging, requiring much sacrifice, At the same time, I hope you also had fun, developed new friendships, and enjoyed good conversation and lots of laughter. Last month's inaugural Community Service Week and this month's kickball game were just the most recent of many, many ways you have made your own mark on the Princeton SPIA community. As if graduate school weren't hard enough, to say nothing of graduate school at Princeton University, this graduating class had 2 babies while in the program. Corkum and Ivy were born during fall break, and we welcomed Zavi around spring break. On top of that, 3 more babies, including a set of twins, are due any day now. In addition, several of you got engaged and some got married, and one of you will continue at Princeton SPIA as a PhD student. Such joys, such blessings. Congratulations to all of you. Both of your cohorts exhibit a remarkable diversity of perspectives and interests. But what unites you all is a shared passion for public service. My hope for you is that this passion never diminishes. Our world needs this passion. It needs you. It needs your talents, your dedication, and your leadership. As SPIA alumni, you are now part of a long and important legacy of giving of yourself for the public good. Your responsibility now is to carry that legacy forward. As the next generation of SPIA ambassadors, we must also ensure that students sitting in these seats 10 or 20 years from now are guaranteed the same freedoms and protections that you benefited from. Many, many months ago, our admissions team recognized your commitment to and track record in service. They hand-selected you from among hundreds of applicants to come to SPIA, where we have fully funded your graduate degree so you can continue debt-free on the path of service to humanity. Let's recognize them for their role in diligently poring over your credentials, essays, letters of recommendations, and other application materials, setting you on a path to this day. Thank you for your efforts, Stephen Petrick. Woo! Lisa Duffy, Angie Ratliff, Vivian Slee, as you know, this is Stephen's final Princeton SPIA hooding ceremony. Yes, I hear you. As he prepares for his new role at Johns Hopkins University, please join me in thanking Stephen for all he has done and wishing him the best. It's going to be a difficult task to find Stephen's replacement. He did such important and multifaceted work. He had the longest title among all the staff, the Assistant Dean of Global Outreach, Admissions, and Alumni Engagement. Stephen, we're gonna miss you. With a graduate degree from one of the top universities in the world comes great responsibility. Your new identity as a Princeton graduate will follow you throughout your career, providing you privilege and opening new doors. I know I do not need to tell you that you have an obligation to pay this privilege forward. Yet I would still be remiss if I didn't say it today. As long as there are injustices in the world, your class must raise your voices in support of justice. the issues that face the global community, the economy, immigration, healthcare, crime, education, the environment, the dismantling of democratic and global norms require vigilant, compassionate, equitable policymaking. No matter your policy path, I'm confident you'll lead on the issues that matter most to you and to your communities. From the time you joined us, you have been taught how to tackle issues like these by world-class faculty. Our faculty not only are leaders in their fields, at the cutting edge of their disciplines, but they also make regular contributions to the public arena. You've also learned from some of the world's top policy practitioners who are passionate about passing on their real-world knowledge to fellow public servants. I am grateful for their hard work and dedication of these individuals, especially MPA Faculty Chair Richard Rogerson and MPP Faculty Chair Adam Goldstein. Join me in thanking all of our faculty and practitioners for preparing you to continue to lead. Before I conclude, please also join me in a round of applause for the members of the Graduate Program Office who worked tirelessly to put today's event together, including Dean Paul Lipton, Dean Karen McGinnis, Dean Tamara Vito, Barbara Hampton, Amy Pizolkowski, Michelle Whitlow, Madeline Hare, Laura Kayevsky, Marie Burke, Shannon Prescia, Ariel Matos, and Ashley Byrne. They guided you through your curricular requirements, helped you to find summer internship placements, and prepared you to search for jobs, helped organize MPP policy forums, and provided endless support for student organizations and initiatives. They are the unsung heroes of our institution, and we could not have gotten you here today without them. I am truly privileged to have all of them as part of SPIA's administration. Speaking of unsung heroes, I'd also like to thank our technical team for today's events and many other events and classes during your time at SPIA. They also work tirelessly behind the scenes to make everything run smoothly, and we often don't thank them enough for always going above and beyond. And they are Bonalise Rosado, Franco Ciccone, and Michael Miranda. Tomorrow you will become lifelong members of the alumni families of Princeton SPIA and the university. In addition to the important role they played in your education, these networks will help you going forward, providing you with job opportunities, mentorship, connections, inspiration, and support during life's challenging times. I am grateful to our alumni for all that they do for our school, contributing so much of their time and talent. Please rely on them, particularly on SPIA's global alumni network, and continue to engage the school. I will personally truly miss you and have learned from you. Together, we've greatly enhanced this community. While I wish our paths within SPIA coincided longer, I'm hopeful you'll all stay in touch. Class of 2026, you inspire me. In this time of great uncertainty, your unyielding dedication to service and your desire to effect positive change are reasons for optimism. These are the things that will see us through the current moment and into a brighter, more just future. As my favorite poet, Khalil Gibran, says, safeguarding the rights of others is the most noble and beautiful end of a human being. Go forth, as we at Princeton say, in the nation's service and the service of humanity. The world is a better place because of you, and we are proud of all of you. Congratulations to the class of 2026. Woo! It is now my pleasure to invite the outgoing chairs of the Princeton University Policy Student Government to say a few words. These two have been my partners in crime. Please welcome Benton and Mackenzie to the stage. Woo!
Fellow graduates, distinguished guests, and dear friends, each of our fates is defined by the fact that, as Kierkegaard reminds us, life can only be lived forward, and yet it can only be truly understood backward. Today, we have a unique opportunity to understand our lives backward, even as we find ourselves flung forward into a new chapter. I'm sure that the day you were accepted to Princeton and the day you agreed to attend are etched into your memory like they could have been yesterday. It was then that each of us took a leap of faith, a leap into an unknown chasm, to join an institution whose reputation precedes it, but whose true reality was unknown to us. We've been lucky to experience a reality shaped by many of the people inside and outside this room. That list of people is too long to name, although Dean Jamal, you did a pretty exhaustive job. The person you missed, of course, was Dean Jamal yourself. Thank you. Thank you for your leadership and for creating an environment where all of us can succeed. I want to express our special gratitude to all of the faculty, staff, to our friends and family who are here in this room and watching live online, and of course, Mackenzie, my fellow co-chair. Thank you. To all the people who stepped up to serve in student government. But really, the thing that makes that list so long is the second page in your program today. It's the names of all the people in the class of 2026, the students who stepped up in their own way and defined this experience and made it and improved it for all of us. That experience has been marked by many aspects that might seem odd to those of you who are just joining us for the first time. The long days in Robertson Hall, where we lost track of daylight hours because our classrooms don't have windows. The lengthy study sessions as we were preparing for exams. Some of those study sessions, of course, were conveniently located at Ivy Inn on karaoke night. They know what I'm talking about. The daily flurry of WhatsApp messages and emails advertising talks, seminars, and more often than not, free food. That was always helpful. We've had a lot of fun during our time at Princeton, but it didn't mean that our community was left unaffected by events taking place much further afield. Like Dean Jamal mentioned, the attacks on democracy in this country and around the globe, the erosion of academic freedom and attacks on freedom of speech, the vilification of immigrants, the weaponization of visas, illegal and unjustly waged wars, which hopefully one of which will come to an end soon, Behdad. In the face of both global crises and personal challenges, our community of students has stood in solidarity with each other, defended one another. We've celebrated highs and we've worked to alleviate lows. So as you look back to that spot from which you took a leap of faith, to that day when you agreed to accept your Princeton offer, I hope that you now see what once was a chasm, now a space full of friends, of lessons learned, of joys, and of memories made. But also I hope that you remember that a community like ours is not the norm. It has been an enormous privilege to be a part of a community that cares and that has the resources to care. It's been a privilege, and today that privilege becomes responsibility. A responsibility not just to ourselves, but to the communities we choose and the communities who choose us. A responsibility to give more people the kind of opportunity that we've been granted, to give everyone equal opportunity. A responsibility to make this world less cruel, to stand in solidarity with those who need it. A responsibility to make the world out there a little less like the way it is and a little more like the community we've built together. So congratulations to you, my fellow graduates, and good luck as you live your life forward.
Hey, SPIA. How you doing? Well, first things first, we've done a lot of thank yous already, but just to add a few of my own. Whether we always knew that Princeton was in our destiny, or it is a reality that we never dared to dream, we did not get here by ourselves. There are so many people in this room who are not here as well, who have brought us to this moment. So first, just one more round of applause for all the faculty, staff, and administrators who made this possible to get us to graduation day. And to our friends and our family and our support systems, if you're on the live stream, if you walked over from the town of Princeton or road trip from the Midwest, that's my family over there, if you flew in from Colombia or Singapore or India, or if you made the most arduous journey of them all, taking NJ Transit to get here, we thank you. I'm gonna take this off because this keeps slipping. For your service, for your sacrifice, and for everything that you shared to get us to this point. We could not have done it without each and every one of you, so thank you. Not to be a broken record, but to follow in the steps of Benton and Dean Jamal here, the world has changed since we first stepped foot into Robertson Hall. Climate change continues. Evolving and expanding warfare are leaving devastation and destruction in their wake in more places than even just a few months ago. New technologies that we're still working to understand are changing life as we know it, and very quickly at that. Rather than celebrating diversity in all of its forms, we are rejecting it, and it seems to be happening more blatantly and more cruelly than ever before. International institutions are losing their capabilities and their credibility by the day, and governments around the world have started turning their back on democratic norms and the rule of law, making it so much harder to tackle all of these transnational challenges on their own, let alone all at the same time. And now we have to leave our protected bubble, SPIA. We have to leave this safe haven that we've been so privileged and so lucky to have for the last year or 2 years. And we have to go back out into that world that has changed. And it is so different than the one that we left. But I'm actually not as worried about that as I once was, because we have also changed in that time. And we have grown and we have transformed. And I'm not just talking about the fact that more than one of us have gotten a perm during our time at SPIA. No, no. We've changed in a lot of ways. We've become yoga instructors. We've trained for marathons, right? We've created bands with our housemates. We've also found the secrets of sourdough and biryani and making the perfect old-fashioned. We've broken bread together. We've also broken an arm together. But every day we've supported each other through it all, through all those highs and all those lows, engagements and breakups, weddings, long-distance partnerships that we didn't think were going to have to be long-distance at the time, and welcoming so many new children into the world. One more for that. We've transformed in other ways. We've done a little bit of learning during our time here as well. We've studied and researched and written, we've argued, we've debated, we've honed our own thoughts and challenged each other's beliefs to continue growing. We've been exposed to new ways of thinking, new relationships and dynamics that we hadn't noticed before, and to historical legacies and patterns that we'll now be able to use to understand the world as it continues to evolve in front of our eyes. So it's not only the world that's transformed, it's us as well, as professionals, as individuals, but also as a community together. So as we head back out into the world, whether it's to Kazakhstan or Rajasthan, Nigeria, Liberia, if we're going to an old job we had before, if we're finding a new job along the way, going back to law school or going to get a PhD, it's our turn. It's It's our turn to get back out there, and it will not be easy. You have all been public servants already, and you're going to continue to do that. You've been serving humanity, you've been serving our nations. But what's different now is that we're doing it together. We now have this entire community to rely on, our friends, our family, our support systems, the faculty, the staff that we've met here, and most importantly, we have each other. We have these change makers and these earth shakers whose interests and expertise in geographic destinations are as varied as they come. So my dear SPIA classmates, my MPPs, my MPAs, I'm not as worried as I once was about the world out there, because now I know that the world has each of you. So congratulations, and let's get back out there and make a difference.
We can't follow Dean Jamal, Mackenzie, and Benton. But we'll try.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, graduates, families, and invited guests. My name is Ariel Matos, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Director of Diversity and Inclusion Programs here at the School of Public and International Affairs. We are honored to present prizes to some of our outstanding students from the class of 2026. When we announce your name, please come onto the stage. The first prize is the Bradford Prize. It is awarded to the Science, Technology, and Environmental Policy student who has achieved both a distinguished academic record and a record of service to the STEP program. This award is named for SPIA's late Associate Dean, David Bradford. David played a key role in the creation and administration of this program. The recipient of this year's Bradford Prize is Dylan Nezai. Dylan's home state is Clifton Park, New York. Undergraduate institution was Cornell University. His most recent job title was Performance Management Analyst with the New York State Energy Research and Development Authority. His internship was with the Center for American Progress in Washington, D.C., and his student involvement at SPIA included helping organize the New York City Environmental Policy Career Track for roughly 30 students in January. He was also the co-chair of the CPRE Environmental Policy Associates Leadership Team this year. Congratulations, Dylan. Next, I am pleased to present the next award, the Diversity and Inclusion Leadership and Service Award. This award recognizes exemplary student leadership, initiative, and advocacy at SPIA. This year's Diversity and Inclusion Leadership Awardee is Surujdai Mukram. Surujdai's home state is Schenectady, New York. Undergraduate institution was John Jay College of Criminal Justice. Her most recent job title and organization was as legislative aide with the New York State Assembly. Her internship was with the Deer Walk Dieting School in Nepal as a curriculum and education intern, and her student involvement at SPIA includes serving as a DEI representative, co-chair of the First Plus program, and also PUBG social co-chair. Congratulations.
All right. And the next prize is the Somers Prize. The Somers Prize was established by the late Ann Somers to honor the memory of her husband, the late Herman M. Red Somers, a former SPIA faculty member.
This prize is awarded to a student with domestic policy interest who has a distinguished academic and public service record. And this year's Summers Prize is awarded to Joshua Varsi. Joshua's home state is Commercetown, Michigan. Joshua did his undergrad at Northwestern University. His most recent job title was Assistant Analyst in the Health and Analysis Division of the Congressional Budget Office. I think he beat you, Stephen. And his internship was the lab at DC, and he was also our PubSheet treasurer, making sure that all your expenses were approved. Congratulations. Thank you. And our next prize is the MPP prize. This one is awarded to the MPP student who has achieved an outstanding academic record and demonstrated a commitment to public service. The recipient left her mark on the MPP class and the school with her academic excellence and humble yet impactful contribution throughout the year. And the award goes to Anna Ruth. Anna comes to us from California. She attended her undergrad at the Coast Guard Academy, and her most recent title was Executive Officer of the Coast Guard. She did not have to do an internship, unlike our MPAs, and she is also our MPP rep for the PubSheet. And next, we would like to invite Dean McGinnis for a couple more remarks.
Good morning. So I have the privilege of announcing the Stokes Prize winner, or I should say the Stokes Prize winners, because this class was so accomplished and had so many stars. I'll bring both of them up to the stage. So I'll bring up both of you to the stage and then announce your backgrounds. So I'm pleased to announce Sarah Bryant. I'll do one at a time. I'm going to do one at a time. Give Sarah her due. So Sarah is from Arlington, Virginia. She went to Georgetown University. Her most recent job title was Associate, Northern Latin American Practice at the McLarty Associates. Her internship was at the World Bank in Washington, D.C. She was Field 2. And she also co-led the SPIA annual service auction, for which she wrote individually handwritten thank you notes. We have to acknowledge. The other award winner is Hana Rajab. Hana is from Sri Lanka. She went to the University of Chicago. Her most recent job title was Data Analyst at the UN Development Program in Sri Lanka. Her internship was at the International Rescue Committee in New York City. And as a student involvement, she was the representative for the Graduate Career Development, as well as co-chair of the Students and Alumni of Color Conference. Congratulations, Hana. Yes. While they take their picture, I'm just going to acknowledge that the Stokes Prize recognizes both academic achievement and public service leadership. and is awarded to the graduating MPA students whose achievements best exemplify the life and work of the late Donald H. Stokes, who was dean of the school from 1974 until 1992. During that tenure, he came to symbolize everything that is superb about the school. Thank you, Sarah and Hannah. And now I'm going to call up to the stage a few people to make a preceptor award. And so I want to call up Derek Hoot, MPA 2 student, as well as Professor Kartik Sastry. And the award is going to Alicia Zhang, so please come up. Do you want to do this or your phone? Yeah.
Good morning. In spring 2025, Alicia was our preceptor for 512B, Macroeconomic Analysis for Policymakers. 512B is a core course for MPAs, so students range from those with deep backgrounds in economics to some with virtually no previous exposure. This made it very important for the TA to balance rigor with accessibility. Alicia succeeded in striking this balance. She was always available, responsive, and immensely helpful to us. She led precepts with intention, covering course materials while answering detailed questions about concepts that students struggled with. She also offered concrete feedback that helped us improve our analytical reasoning and our ability to apply economic concepts to real-world policy problems. Alicia demonstrated exceptional commitment to student learning, an ability to teach complex material with clarity and patience, and a genuine investment in helping students of all backgrounds succeed. Her thoughtful instruction significantly enhanced our understanding of macroeconomics and made a demanding core course more approachable and rewarding for all of us. For all these reasons, we are delighted that Alicia is being recognized with this SPIA Graduate Preceptor Award.
Congratulations, Alicia. I also want to acknowledge, although we're giving this award in 2026, Alicia was the preceptor, which is TA for those who are not familiar, for 512B, taught by Professor Shastri, twice in the spring 24 and the spring 25. And in that period, she taught more than 50 students, or worked with and helped more than 50 students, so over 100 students. And it's on their behalf that we're giving you this award. Congratulations. So we will now start the actual hooding ceremony. We will first call the candidates for the degree of Masters in Public Affairs. The Masters in Public Affairs candidates have successfully completed core and elective courses in the School of Public and International Affairs, a summer internship in public affairs work, and passed a first and second year multidisciplinary qualifying exam. As you come up, please give me your card so I can announce your name properly, and then move over to the dean who will hood you, and you can stand for a photograph. Dylan Nazai, who also awarded a STEP certificate. We'll get this. Joseph Shipley. Ethan Kahn. Charles Klaus. Vedad Gilzad Cohen. Catherine Becker, one of our MPA JDs. Liz Brown, another MPA JD. Ian McPherson. Ryan McGuff. Ben Olarsh. Sarah Bryant. Anna Cole Kim. Valerie Noel Doze. Also want to acknowledge that Valerie earned both a STEP and Health and Health Policy certificate. Juliet Emerson Colvin. Mohammed Muslimani. Sarah Haley Lazar Burnt. Faith Gay. Mackenzie Danae Hempe. It's easier if you take off your hood. Oh. Jessica Dunphy. Isabel Belgueza. Valerie Chua. Ashley Yu Wang. Rebecca Rutland Solon. Conway Reinders. Joshua Varsi. Benton Koblenz. And Benton earned a urban policy certificate. Alexander Sarti. And I need to acknowledge that he got a high distinction on his qualifying exam, his QE2. Patrick Hidalgo McCabe. Stefan Tobias. Samantha Churchill. Shreya Mujumar. Stephen Lee Silvestri. Ryan Xiang Sung. Delana Melissa Story. Hannah Rajab. Hannah also earned a STEP certificate. Manur Kashif. Rachel Lucille Sproul. Lexi Judd. Madeline Legeme. And Madeline earned distinction on the QE2. Carolyn Sager. Gia Nair. Welcome back. Jordan Elise Arnold. Mara Kronbaugh. Clara De Martel. Brian Pravishan Manu. Surujde Mukram. Surujde also earned a Health and Health Policy certificate. Nadia Avianti. Maya Ponton Aronoff. Noah Atchinson. Mateo Trevino. Blaine Fonte Antinsay. Blaine also earned the Urban Policy Certificates. James Sykes, who also earned the Urban Policy Certificate. Aaron Yost. Julia Ann Heinzel, who also earned an Urban Policy Certificate. Shamak. Shamak Vinay Bhatt. And Shamak earned our HHP certificate. Teddy Knox, who also earned the Urban Policy Certificate. Derek Ambler Hoot. And Derek earned the Health and Health Policy Certificate. Aheli Tarufdar. Adan Chavez. And Adan earned the STEP certificate. Consuelo Sotomayor. Colombian colors. Ana Maria Perez. Beatrice Ann Lee. Elizabeth Friesen. Daniel Bosa Rincon. Eric Chen. Eric also earned distinction on the QE2. Henry Lavakud Kola, Henry earned a STEP certificate. Oh. Ophir Cohen and Toof. We'll now start with our Masters in Public Policy candidates. These are all mid-career students from public service professions who have successfully completed a one-year course of study at SPIA in accordance with the requirements of the degree. Anna Ruth. Anna also earned a STEP certificate. Panos. Maximiliano Alvarez. Avichal Chaturvedi. Avichal also earned a STEP certificate. Congratulations. Siata Gray. Naila Mukhtarova. Jeff Lockwood. Congratulations. Austin Richardson. Clancy O'Donnell. Steve Alex. Hard to follow. Josh Letterman. Dylan Pedraza. Kezia Rose Constant. Makan Sako. Toyin Ayapola. Kundida Rungrung Kiat. Dana Kadori, Ido, Yuval, and Ofri. I think I got this. Heather Mercer.
Hey, how you doing? Good.
Simon O'Donnell. Larissa Proctor. Now I'm pleased to call up to the stage my colleague, where Sadie's leaving, Stephen Petrick.
Mic drop, yeah. All right. Yes! Many congratulations, graduates, and many congratulations, family, friends, partners, spouses, kids. The group chats, the group texts, we see you too. Thank you for being here to celebrate the great class of 2026. My name is Stephen Petrick, and I've had the great fortune to have been at Princeton for nearly a decade. First as a grad student, just like you, and now as the outgoing Assistant Dean for Global Outreach, Admissions, and Alumni Engagement. Students may remember me telling you all that you earned your spot here on the way in. It's true. Today, it is my pleasure to also tell you that you have earned your degree on the way out. And as you move into alumni status, please let me echo what Dean Amani has said and what we all feel. Each of you is always welcome at Princeton. We will always welcome you home to Robertson Hall, and we will follow your careers with great interest. Magic happens in these hallways. It's not abstract, you've lived it. Not just in the classrooms, but in conversations, late nights, group projects, quick check-ins that turn into something much bigger. What you've built here, this cohort, that's not automatic. That's something that you did. I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to address you today, not least because I know all the ways in which each of you has served, or at least what you said in your application. Just kidding. Now that you're here, I've seen it. The way you sing at D-Bar, the way you raise money and awareness for community organizations near and far, the way you welcome my son into a spike ball game at the end of a long day. I see how you care for one another, and that's the SPIA advantage. The intimacy of this cohort and how much community actually matters. And success, your reputation, your impact, it's not one big moment. It's small, consistent actions over time. Showing up, doing the work again and again. That's how it compounds. I have felt at times that I have the best job at Princeton. Not the best paid job, let's not get carried away, but the best job. Why? Because I know all of you. Some better than others, of course, but I've had a touch point with each and every single one of you, and that's really powerful, and I don't take it lightly. It's an honor to read applications, to learn about accomplishments, and to understand all the ways you've made an impact. It comes full circle when I meet the people behind the paper. Over the last nearly 10 years, I've traveled near and far, celebrating, among other milestones, 75 years of the MPA program and 25 years of the MPP. And I've seen something very clearly. The power of Princeton is real. Tap into it. But here's the key. It only works if you use it. Build those connections early, before you need something. Stay in touch. That's how this network actually works. This week, as you begin your next chapter as Princeton graduates with all the rightful excitement and enthusiasm, I want to revisit the themes we use in admissions. I'll leave the academics aside, you've handled that. But the other three still matter: service, leadership, and different perspectives. The single biggest thing that we look for is service, a real commitment to the public good. As policy graduate students, you understand better than most that decisions made in quiet rooms have loud, lasting consequences on human lives. It's not lost on me that we gather to celebrate your achievements on Memorial Day. While the traditional observance of this day honors those who made the ultimate sacrifice in uniform, its broader message speaks directly to the path you have chosen. It reminds us of the profound weight of public service. It reminds us that governance, diplomacy, and policy are not just academic exercises. They are matters of life, death, liberty, and human flourishing. Remember, you can have an impact in any industry. It's not about where you work, it's about how you show up. And I'd like to challenge each of you to keep to that commitment to service. The second bucket is leadership and impact. You're entering a world hungry for rigorous ethical leadership. Your data, your analysis, your integrity will shape communities, steer economies, and protect lives. Let the significance of this day serve as a permanent reminder of what is at stake, and let it inspire you to craft policies worthy of the public trust. Use your Princeton education to lead. And when you do, build strong teams. You cannot and should not do everything yourself. Delegation is not optional. The third bucket is diversity of perspectives, something that I and others have fought very hard for here at Princeton. We're operating in hyper-polarized times. You know this. There's a lot happening in the world, and we don't all agree. There are real disagreements here and everywhere. Your job is not to avoid that. Your job is to work through it. Find common ground, build bridges, and bring as many people along as possible. Finally, take risks. You are starting from a position of strength in a community that supports you. The perception of risk is almost always greater than the reality, so bet on yourself. Bring others with you. You're going to have many jobs, 6, 8, 10, some great, some not. But none of it is wasted. It's what you do with each experience that matters. And remember that life moves in seasons. Things will change. You will change. That's not failure, that's growth. And that's the point. So I want to end with this. You are all Princeton SPIA. You are all part of this alumni community now. So I'd like to invite all graduates to stand if you are able and hold hands with your neighbor. Look around. Look out at the systems of support all around you, your classmates, faculty, administration, and everyone who came here to celebrate you. These are your people. This is your network, your support system. This is part of your advantage for the rest of your lives. In one moment, please join us on stage for a class picture with the dean. I promise you this is going to be the easiest group project. Now go out there and make this place proud. Tiger cheers, friends. Congratulations. The first picture is with MPAs. Move it. Move it. Do you want this moved? Do you want the podium moved? Yep.